his 3 5-minute rounds in a catchweight bout of 67 kilograms. Introducing your first warrior. Fighting out of the blue corner, this man's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 9 wins and 5 losses. He stands 176 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 66.75 kilograms. Representing Korean top team and fighting out of South Korea, please welcome Jae Hyuk Spicy Punch Bang! And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, this man's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 11 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw. He stands 177 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 67 kilograms. Representing SBG Ireland and fighting out of Dublin, Ireland by way of Italy. Please welcome Walter the Snatch Cogliandro.
Versus Indonesia versus Singapore versus France versus Saudi Arabia, and now Korea versus Italy.
Spicy punch opening up straight away, but Walter Cogliandro, you can see, happy to work the boxing a little bit. I think if anyone's going to take it to the ground, it's going to be Walter. Both guys just trying to work from behind their jabs at the minute. Spicy punch keeping it out a little bit more.
Cogliandro maybe reaching out just a little bit too far with that parry. May leave his face open to a hook.
One thing I do enjoy about watching Cogliandro is as soon as he feels a punch land, he replies straight away. Doesn't give his opponent any time to settle back into the rhythm, to settle back into their own flow or cadence.
That's part of the methodology behind the judging in Muay Thai. In Muay Thai, you get a point when you hit somebody and they don't hit you back. If you hit somebody and they hit you back, it's neutral. So when you see an excellent Muay Thai-based fighter like this, they've spent a lifetime in a sport where when you get hit, you have to hit them back, and then it doesn't count.
Walter began his career going a perfect 8-0, took a few losses and realized that he needed to change something up, and you have to respect that commitment to your sport, to the craft, by making such a change, moving to an entirely different country. Rage burn in the corner of Walter, calling for a little bit more action.
Spicy punch not quite living up to his name yet.
Nice low kick from Walter Cogliandro. Smart jab. Trying to find a home for that lead hook as Walter. There it is. Just bringing that around the gloves, around the guard of Spicy punch. So far, the greater volume of strikes seems to be landed by Walter.
Walter mostly still in information downloading stage. Not trying to take his opponent out of there yet. Wants to get a better sense of his opponent's distance management, of his opponent's reaction time, of how strong he is. He may have started to get some of that information. Maybe time for him to turn it up.
As we have seen, if anything that we've learned tonight about Korean fighters is that they are tough as nails. They can take some serious shots and stay in until the very end.
May have just been a kick to the knee there. Made a slightly unusual noise.
Walter seems to have a little bit of a reach advantage. He's trying to keep Bang at the end of his punches. Good frequency of strikes being displayed by Walter, mixing the levels up well. Needs, as you say, Kirik, he needs to be careful of pulling off and biting on that feint from the jab, exposing the chin.
That, I think, what you saw right there was an attempt to take advantage of it.
Jab overhand right. Come on, jab overhand right. Come on, listen to me. You gotta pick me up. Beautiful. Back in the let's go. Come on.
Walter just trying to, both these fighters really just trying to fill the space between one another right now.
Walter Cogliandro's great coach is calling very fervently for him to put together combinations now, not just a single shot. Throw one, follow up with two, maybe an overhand two. Throw two, follow up with a hook.
Less than a minute to go. Spicy punch charging forward, but
Cogliandro's corner knows what he wants to see. He wants to see, and he's calling very clearly for it, he wants to see a combination, not a single shot.
The punches of Walter are sneaking through, whereas the punches of Bang don't really seem to be connecting flush. Very tentative round from both men so far, Carrick. Nice low leg kick from Walter. That low leg kick might just be enough to steal a round.
I am entirely. Interestingly, Phil, both of these fighters' corners are telling them the exact same thing. No more single shots.
Up the frequency, combinations.
Up the frequency of the combinations. Set them up and moving around a little bit, and then pop, come in with combinations. These are both excellent fighters. I do believe they are both going to listen to their corners. I do believe the next round is going to be better still.
They seem to have settled into a rhythm of, I'll throw 3 punches, you'll move 3 steps back. Then I'll throw 3 punches, you'll move 3 steps back. If you were to even throw a 4 or 5 punch combination, keep it going when your opponent's just to stop it. You might catch them thrown on the chin. Second round, let's see what adjustments these fighters have made. Cogliandro taking the center of the cage.
Cogliandro's had good luck with that low kick, disrupting his opponent's balance, has not been able to follow that up, however, take full advantage of it with, for example, a left hook.
He's timing the low kick really well just as his opponent steps in and plants the foot down.
There we go,
there's
there's the
shot.
combination. That's what the coach has been looking for, and the fighter is now delivering.
Push that jab onto Walter and work. Chin down now, chin down. Come on. Now get that back, get that back. Get that back. Come on, Walter, you gotta work on it.
Spicy punch up in the frequency a little bit. Getting the strikes off a little bit more, up in the volume. Walter needs to take the fight to his opponent a little bit more. Oh, he landed a nice shot there. Again, it comes down to that ethos of being proactive as opposed to being reactive, taking the fight to your opponent, putting your hands in their face, forcing them into retreat. For someone that considers himself more of a grappler, Cogliandro's happy to stand in the pocket.
Phil, I do think he's winning. I think he's coming out ahead in the majority of these exchanges. That said, as I said earlier, I don't believe he's showing everything he can do.
Just how important is it for a fighter to take the center in the eyes of the judges, to take the center of the cage? If there's not a lot happening, if they're fairly even for strikes landed, how important is your position within the cage?
In a completely even fight, one of the things that judges look for is pace, place, and position. One of those three, of course, is position, and that refers to who is dictating the position on the floor, even if it's absolutely even. Landing the exact same number of strikes, if one fighter is determining the position on the floor, where they happen to be standing, he is in advantage.
Oh, nice shot there from Cogliandro.
Biggest shot of the evening.
And you know that the shot landed well when your opponent drops their hands, gives you a face and calls you on.
Spicy punch calls for a little bit more of that.
That's international body language for, yeah, you caught me, bro.
2 big low kicks in a row. 8-4 previously. Starting to play a little catch up here.
Regburn in the corner of Walter calling for a little bit more action, a little bit more output. Regburn showing his hand a little bit by shouting for the takedown. He's going to have to set the takedown up by closing the distance first. Set it up, close the distance, bring the hands of your opponent up.
First round went to the snatch, second round maybe going to spicy punch. Coach very wisely calling for that takedown.
Yep.
Takedown could be the difference in a very close match like that. One clean takedown very often decides it.
Again, he needs to set that takedown up with the hands. Can't go shooting in blind and from distance. He's going to have to land sort of 3-punch combination, get in, close the distance. Occupy the upper half when you shoot in on the lower half. 1 minute to go. Like you say, a takedown and doing something with it could be absolutely decisive in the flow of this fight. Last minute of the second round. Positions have changed a little bit. Bang taking the center. Walter seems just a little bit more tentative in the second round, a little bit more gun shy. Whizzer used beautifully, denies the takedown, but this is exactly where Walter needs to turn up the pressure.
15 seconds left, Brave Nation. This round is so close. One big move, takedown, big shot, kick to the body. One big move could take this round.
Oh, good shot to the body to finish, but again, the greater urgency.
19, meaning whoever takes the third and final round takes the entire fight. My guess is both corners are going to tell their fighter that, and we're going to see these two fighters coming out with urgency.
Yeah, a fight this close, you don't want to leave it in the hands of the judges. See some of these words there, these guys are just, they're just grazing one another with the shots. The leg kicks have probably been the most telling shots they've landed so far, Kerry.
Jae Hyuk Bang's corner telling them they want more power. It's the second round in a row. They've offered a couple of different setups, but at the end of that setup, they want to see power. A power straight or... Ooh, nice low kick. And a second low kick. Bang's calf starting to show the effect of those multiple shots. His gate may be starting to show the effect of those multiple low kicks too. As predicted, Phil. These are terrific fighters. They've listened to their corner and they are striking with urgency.
Bang trying to land big shots on the snatch. Another big leg kick. You can see that wilting, or you can see that marking up on the leg of Cogliandro. Walter really needs to pick things up.
Cogliandro's energy is sagging just a little bit. It's reflected in his reflex time. It's reflected in his footwork. There we go. He's just got to commit to that straight a little bit more. Another half-inch of movement, and he will cause real damage.
Yeah, it's almost as if he's been trying to conserve energy throughout the fight, and he hasn't been really committing 100%. But if you're at this stage of the fight, this is exactly where you need to tap into those reserves to make things happen.
Everybody fights debilitated at some level, but you may well be looking at significant jet lag here.
Jae Hyuk Bang just looks like the fresher fighter right now. He's a little bit lighter on the feet. He's getting in and out just that little bit more.
Showing much better head movement. Feinting just a little bit more. Trying to put the combinations together a little bit more adroitly. Now he's taken away, to some extent, what has been Walter's best attack, which is that calf kick.
A little bit of a slip there just from Walter.
It was a slip, but moments like that play to the crowd. They play to the opponent's heart, and they play to the judges.
And Bang is absolutely chewing up that leg of Walter. So much so that he forced him to switch stances there. That again is international body language for "you hurt my leg."
And all of our judges cage side know it.
Nice shot landed there from Walter.
Fantastic. Taekwondo, yep, Chuggy.
Oh, beautiful duck under. He could also take the back from this position.
It was fantastic timing. Not able to complete it yet.
Oh, and now.
And not able to compete, to keep his opponents back up against that cage.
You wonder just if that was the last bit of energy that Walter potentially had there.
Solid kick by both fighters.
An incredibly even fight so far, Kick. It just shows at this stage when we're watching fights that are this strategic, it's all about those game of inches, isn't it?
Strategic can be a polite term for the two are barely touching each other. That is absolutely not the case here. There's some heavy, heavy shots being landed, particularly to the legs.
Jae Hyuk Bang is definitely touching the snatch. Walter, the snatch, Cogliandro really needs to put the pressure on, just bite down on the gum shield, go full Max Holloway. Closing stanzas of the fight, he needs to leave some sort of an impression in the mind of the judges. Very well defended by Bang.
Close bout like this, a single big takedown, maybe with a slam, couple of shots, that can do it. Very, very interesting fight.
And for the
smart thing to do. It shows the judges that you're absolutely confident what you did, cast you in a good light. Jae Hyuk Bang did the same thing, but it took him a little while later to do it. Very, very close fight. I think I know who won this one, but I don't want to ruin it for Brave Nation because I am not one of the official judges.
Scores just being tabulated. Both gentlemen believe they've done enough to win.
I can make a good argument for both these gentlemen winning too.
There you see some of the action, and again, the most significant strikes landed throughout the course of the fight were those leg kicks. We know that a decision has been rendered as Carlos Kramer is on his feet. Prowling like the roaring lion, he is making his way inside the cage.
A lot of psychological pressure on these fighters right now, waiting for the official score to be called, but nothing like the pressure of another human being who's trained at doing it, standing across the cage from you and trying to knock you out. Official.
All right, Brave Nation, another incredible, epic battle inside the Brave CF. 58 monsters in cage. After 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. First judge scores about 30-27. Your next judge scores about 30-27. And your last judge scores about 29-28 for unanimous decision victory. Out of the blue corner, Jae Hyuk Spicy Punch Bang!
30-27 times 2 was interesting. 29-28. The other judge scored a fantastic fight.